Hello. How's it going? There's loads of you. There's literally loads of you. It's awesome. Okay, so this talk is called The Power of Food and the Power of the Universe. My name is Berty Jonathan Jack Justice, and I am an ethical vegan. Berty is a nickname that I was given from a young age, so it's kind of stuck. And lucky enough for me, Justice is officially my real name. I haven't always been a vegan. Here I am, about 7 or 8 years ago, making a joke about dead animals. Times have changed. I've got a website and I've got a YouTube. My website is used, I created it as like a resource for people to, so a lot of the stuff that I'll be talking about today is on that website, and a load of other useful stuff. I've not eaten dead animals for about 7 years, and the thing that started me on this journey is, among other things, I read this quote, and I'm just going to read it to you guys now. If slaughterhouses had glass walls, everybody would be vegetarian. We feel better about ourselves and better about the animals, knowing we are not contributing to their pain. And that comes from Linda McCartney and Paul McCartney. The thing about that quote that really got to me was slaughterhouses. And so what I kind of like took a step back and thought about them and contemplated them, and I was like, that is a really weird, crazy place. I never want to be a part of that ever again. So it took me a while, but then I gradually I don't contribute to that ever, and I never will. Okay, so I have a scenario for you guys. So this is Elizabeth. She wants to live. She needs a kidney, and the doctors have said to you guys and myself that we can give up one of our kidneys to save that person. Your life will not be negatively affected in any way if you give your kidney. Could you raise your hand if you would be up for giving your kidney away to her? Okay. Second scenario. This is Elizabeth. She also wants to live, and she doesn't want to be killed, but unfortunately for her, she's involved in the dairy and animal industries. And so today, if you're not vegan already, you can change her life and lots of other animals' lives by not contributing to that. Would anybody be up for not contributing to that again in the future? Great. Okay, so the talk is about the power of food and the power of the universe. What does it mean? What is that universe malarkey? Basically, scientists collectively agree that everything that we see on this planet is made of atoms, and our universe is also made of atoms. We as human beings are also made of atoms, which means we are part of the universe and inside the universe at the same time. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, for those that it may not have made sense, another way of looking at it is cause and effect. So you as individuals, the things that you do will have a cause and effect. If I can persuade one of you guys to go vegetarian, or if I can persuade one of you guys to go vegan for the rest of your life, from then on you are going to have a positive effect on the world and the universe. Okay, so what are everyone's diets today? If you are a vegetarian today, could you raise your hand? Cool. If you are a meat eater, could you raise your hand today? Cool. If you're a vegan, could you raise your hand? Cool. And any diets that I've missed as well? Cool. I like to make these talks not all about the gore of killing animals and stuff like that. So could you raise your hand if you like avocados? Awesome. I'm not going to judge you on if you do like avocados or don't avocados. I was just wondering if you do. I'm going to talk about a lot of things in a minute, but has anybody come here specifically to find out something that they want me to... Wait there. Have you come to this talk for anything specifically today?
Can I ask Elizabeth in the first example, giving her a kidney, was she vegan?
Was she vegan? That's a really interesting question. I'll answer that after. Great question. Okay, so what we have here is this image came to me about 6 months ago, but I just really want you guys to just look at this and sort of contemplate it. On one side, we have cruelty and suffering, we have deforestation, we have ethics, and I believe that it's not right to have sex with animals. Artificial insemination is the industry name for having sex with animals, and it's wrong and weird. Animal rights, speciesism, the belief that the wrong belief that human animals are more important than non-human animals. Environmental degradation, carbon footprint, methane emission, water waste, health issues, and destroying the oceans. On the other side, we have what I used to do, and I used to be stuck in, was like the taste, the convenience, the tradition and habit. All of those can be changed. You're at Vegfest, there's amazing tastes here. Just sort of explore it. Convenience, make it convenient, cook in bulk. If you want to buy convenience food, do it. Traditions, we should not live our lives on the traditions that have been passed on to us. We should make our own traditions. And habits, create healthy habits. So, quite a few people have asked me about advice about how they should go vegan. So what we have is meat eater, then we have chickatarian, steakatarian, pescatarian. Basically what that is where you eliminate all the other meats apart from one or two. I have friends who felt he's stuck with steak and bacon and now he's a vegan, so it's kind of like a stepping stone. Everyone's different, you know. I went pescatarian, and then along the line you have vegetarian, vegan, and for those who are vegan and not active vegans, why not, basically? So looking at those scales, I want everybody to think of that scale and think of these stepping stones, and wherever you are on that stepping stone, I want you to ask yourselves why you're not, and if you're stuck and you do have any reasons why you're not, I don't think you will, but please go to the next step. So our food choices affect our Earth, the planet we live on. And the three big things that our food choices affect is animal welfare, the environment, and human health. And veganism is this little awesome cross-section across the middle, so it positively affects all three. So the environment, this is our environment. This is the planet that we live on at the moment. So we have the water, we have the ocean, and the planet as a whole. And I use the term vegan lifestyle because I don't think vegan diet is enough. A vegan lifestyle entails a vegan diet, so that's why I'm going to use the term vegan lifestyle. So what happens with a vegan lifestyle is that more humans can be fed, less land use, less carbon dioxide, less methane, and less water use. What about human health? Well, a vegan lifestyle is naturally lower in saturated fat, contains no animal cholesterol, naturally higher in fibre, a very low or no chance of containing VCJD, which is the human form of BSE, Salmonella, swine flu, Campylobacter, heterocyclic amines, steroids, somatic cell count, animal-produced hormones like estrogen, IGF-1, which is an insulin-like growth factor, Pfisteria, and heavy metals like mercury. There's loads more. These are just the ones that I've pulled out. And Viva, there's loads of awesome charities out there. Viva is one of them, and if you want more health information, go to them. Actually, with VCJD, has anybody heard of VCJD? If you can raise your hand. Please research VCJD. It's mental. What people have been eating meat in the past and died from it. It's just like, just don't do it. Basically, just do your research and find out for yourselves more about it. So with a vegan lifestyle, there's a couple of vegan health professionals that I research from, and Dr. Greger is one of them. If you go to his website, Nutrition Facts, there's a load of awesome information there. There's Dr. Neil Bernard, who is part of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Again, loads of free literature on there. And we have the UK-based charity Viva, who also have Viva Health, so go check them out as well. My advice is that people should take a B12 supplement and get a daily source of omega-3s, 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed a day. Basically, you can put that on your cereals, or you can put it in a smoothie. It doesn't really taste like much, or you can put it in baking if that's something you prefer. But that's how it works for me. Just put it on the cereals, done. Okay, so what can be achieved on a vegan diet? What we have here is a collection of inspirational vegan athletes. All of them are competing, achieving and winning. These are just a few of the amazing vegan athletes that I've pulled out. Top left, we have Laura Klein. She is a triathlete and a duathlon. She's actually a world champion in her sport. We have Jurid Ryder, who is a long-distance cyclist and runner. We have Pat Reeves, who is a British powerlifting, and she's also a world champion. Rich Roll, who has amazing, bottom left is Rich Roll. He has amazing podcasts that are very inspirational. He's also an ultramarathon athlete. We have Scott Jurek, who is also a long-distance runner. We have Jeanette and Alan, who are marathon runners. They broke a world record by doing 366 consecutive marathons over 366 days. We have Patrick Baboumian, who is also a strongman. We have Fiona Oakes, who is a marathon runner. We have, over on the right, we have Brendan Brazier, who is a former Ironman champion, and we have Tim Van Orden, who is a long-distance runner. All of these athletes have their own website, so you can follow up on them. You can check out, keep up to date with what they're doing, because I've only listed a little fraction of what they're really doing. So I talked about Patrick Baboumian. Here he is breaking a world record lift of 555 kilograms over 10 meters. He only eats plants. He is the strongest man in the world at doing that. I've got a bit of a quiz for you guys today. So what I have is some, remember this is a family festival, so today I've kind of toned down my general talk, but this is a little test for you guys. Can you guess these fruits and vegetables that I'm about to show you? Can you guys guess what they are? What is it? Someone say pineapple? What's the other one? An apple. Okay. What about this one? These are 2 fruits and vegetables. Can you guys guess? There's a courgette. That was awesome. The other ones might be a bit more trickier. Peach. It's not a peach. Begins with a P, but it's not a peach. It's a plum. Remember, it's a family festival here today. So the final the final big area that our food choices affect is animal welfare. And this is kind of the biggest one for me because it's kind of a no-brainer. It doesn't make sense to hurt somebody else so you can get a gain. I remember when I used to eat eggs a while ago, and what I look at now is the egg industry. We have the forgotten ones. All animals are forgotten in a way because we're taken away from the slaughterhouses and we don't actually see what they go through every day. But the case of the chickens, the male chicks are killed at birth because they don't fatten up like the female chicks do. This is industry for eggs, chickens and turkeys. This is a family festival, so down here, it's not graphic, that is a grinder, so that chick is going to be ground up alive. The other way to kill chicks is to suffocate them. It's kind of weird though, because people buy eggs, but actually eggs are the menstrual cycle of a chicken. It's actually a chicken's period, so hopefully use that term because that's what it is. Let's not call it an egg, that's a euphemism. It is a chicken's period. So recently I found out that UK pigs, it really got to me actually, UK pigs can be gassed to death. And I was like, oh my god man, that's another sign about the animal it's another sign about the animal holocaust that is happening every day. When I say Holocaust, there's the Holocaust that happened to the Jewish people and the other unfortunate people who got involved, which happened in the 1900s. But what I'm talking about is another definition of the word Holocaust, which means destruction or slaughter on mass scale, especially by fire or nuclear war. Like a nuclear Holocaust, what's happening at the moment is an animal Holocaust. And the reason I'm giving this talk today is because I want you guys to get on board and help me stop it. So some of you might be thinking it's not an animal holocaust, but actually this is a picture from the Holocaust. This is loads of humans crammed into really unhealthy conditions, all crammed together in like big sheds, and then one day they're gassed. And like I said about those pigs, they're kept on those factory farms in those confined conditions, and then one day they're gassed. So I want you guys to ask yourself the questions: what skills do you have, and what can you use to help? So there's a really awesome DVD out there called Making the Connection. Has anybody seen Making the Connection? No? Well, there's a couple of you. Basically, it's a free documentary online. I've spoken to the makers of Environment Films, and it's free for anybody to download and make copies of and give away. The reason I talk about this DVD, and there's free copies here for anybody who wants, and if you go onto Vimeo, you can download it for free and make your own copies. But basically, the reason I promote this DVD is because I know somebody that watched it and went vegan, so it does work. I've also got a load of leaflets for you guys that I'd like you all to take away with you, and there's loads of awesome information on there. Just sort of educate yourselves and do what you can. So, social media is actually a really useful platform. We should all use social media wherever we can to get the message out, because it's this free way of educating people. So from today, what are practical steps that you guys can take? You can try meat-free Mondays or being vegetarian for a month, do the vegan challenge, donate your times to vegan charities like Viva and others. You can even do talks in schools. It's a really, there's like 30 or 40 of you guys here, and I'm trying to share this information with you. You can do that in schools, once a week or as often as you can. Yep. And watch for free that DVD, Making the Connection, the best speech you'll ever hear from Gary Yourofsky, and Cowspiracy, the Sustainability Secret. Use my website to get informed. Viva.org is a great website. Adapt.com has a breakdown of every nutrient that humans need and the plant, fungi or algae where you can get it from. Like I was saying earlier, just use the skills that you have. Just think, okay, what skills can I bring to the table, this awesome table that is veganism? Use your initiative and go, okay, I'm great at writing, I'm great at making blogs, I'm a musician, I can make movies, you just think about it and you know what you're best at, and just use those things. There's a great band called, has anybody heard of Goldfinger? Okay, a couple of you. Check out the track Behind the Mask and check out the film Behind the Mask. Goldfinger, the lead singer, is a vegan, so he uses his music to get out the message. My friend is a painter and really talented artist, so what he does is makes amazing paintings like this that sort of make people think, would we put bits of plastic through our babies' ears? Would we separate them from their mums if they weren't human, like we do with the calves and the other animals? So language is a really good tool to get people to change. So has anybody heard of the vegan activist before? A couple of you. So for the rest of you who haven't, check out the vegan activist. He's an awesome guy. He's actually here, so say hello. But basically he said something recently which was really awesome, kind of like, when people try and defend eating animals, what they're essentially doing, what you need to say to them is, why would you be pro-animal abuse? It's just a bit weird. Because that's what people are doing when they come up with these excuses like, I'm addicted to it, I can't do it because it's too much effort. And at the same time, what they're doing is saying, it's okay to stab animals, it's okay to take their lives so that I can eat this meat, or the dairy, or the eggs. Michael, the vegan activist, has created these really awesome and helpful videos. So basically, how can I go vegan overnight? What clothes do I need to buy to be a vegan? What nutrients do I need? Etc. 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 Everything you can kind of think of. He's created these little awesome, inspiring videos. So check out his stuff. Has anybody heard of the vegan geezer? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so for everybody else who hasn't heard of the Vegan Geezer, check him out. He is a YouTuber and he spreads this really positive message about how effective YouTube is. So I'm giving a talk to you guys, 30, 40 people, but if you guys make a video tomorrow, that goes viral, 1,000 people see it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get this message to as many people as possible. YouTube is a really effective and it's a really awesome platform to use. So if anybody who hasn't got a YouTube, get one and start getting the message out. Anybody heard of the Vegan Sidekick? Okay, for everybody else who hasn't, check out the Vegan Sidekick. Basically, he's here as well. He's a really humble guy. He's really intelligent. He's really altruistic as well. He's not about making money. He just wants to get this message out and help as many people as possible. And what we have is a really awesome illustration. So I get into quite a few debates online with people. What Vegan Sidekick has created is this library of amazing memes that basically just defeat most of the arguments that meat eaters come up with. So here we have non-vegan ethics, roll the dice. Okay, I'm going to kill the cat. Roll the dice. Oh no, no, it's bad to kill cats, but it's okay to kill pigs. It doesn't make sense. It's non-vegan ethics. Okay, so people do change. So that was me. That was me making a joke about these dead animals, disregarding their lives, I'm going to have this quick laugh in a supermarket. But, so I should fill in this little story. A couple of years ago I was volunteering on one of the stalls, and I was like, are you interested in veganism, or have you heard this? And they're like, no, my family's a farmer, I can't talk to you. And I was like, I wasn't quick enough to think, because I was like, wait there, love, you are not your family. You make up your own mind. Yes, your family could have been farmers, yes, your family could have done anything, but that doesn't mean you have to do it. You are an individual. You need to start thinking for yourselves and doing something different. And so there is a few people go, I'm a farmer, I've brought up a farmer and I'm stuck and I can't do anything. No, you can change. This guy, his name's Andrew Sutton, really cool guy. He's now a vegan speaker. He's a former farmer. Howard Lyman, anybody heard of Howard Lyman? You should check out Howard Lyman. He is a vegan speaker and a former cattle ranch owner. And check out the website humanemyth.org. Basically what the website is deconstructing the myth of humane animal agriculture. And on that website is it's a really awesome resource, and there's loads of other positive stories about former farmers who are now vegan. Now they've gone to growing plants, now they've opened animal sanctuaries, just really amazing shifts that are happening. So I'll bring it back to the stepping stones that I talked about at the beginning. Wherever you guys are at this moment in time, look at that next step and think, why aren't you there? And basically go there. And I'll show you the scales I showed at the beginning. So on the left we have the cruelty, the suffering, the deforestation. We have ethics, that it's wrong to have sex with animals. Animals do have rights, speciesism, environmental degradation, carbon footprints, methane emissions, water waste, health issues, and we're currently destroying our oceans. And I bring it back to the three main ways that our food choices affect the world. They affect animal welfare, they affect the environment, and they affect human health. And again, veganism is this positive overlap in the middle. So, I have been practicing beatboxing recently. Well, for a while I've been practicing beatboxing, and so I'm going to do a bit of it now. Did anybody play Tetris when they were younger? Yeah, there's a few. Anybody else play Tetris? Okay, so basically Tetris is this very addictive, quite repetitive, but insanely addictive Game Boy game. There's other, you can play it on other platforms, but it's this really awesome game. Well, I think it's awesome anyway. So at the base is there's a tune that goes on loop, and it goes, So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer for you guys. So, I'm going to add another layer and then another little bit that you weren't expecting. Wee! So, that concludes the talk. That in a nutshell is the power of food and the power of the universe. Have a nice day.